What is pie crust docking and when should you do it? Imagine biting into a perfectly flaky pie crust that stays flat and crisp, not puffed up or bubbly. That's where docking comes into play. It's a simple but important step in baking pies, especially when you want a smooth, even crust. Docking involves making small holes or slits in the bottom of the pie dough before baking. You can do this with a fork or a special docking tool. The purpose is to let steam escape during baking so the crust doesn't puff up or form bubbles. If you skip docking, steam can get trapped under the dough, causing uneven puffing and ruining the flat, flaky texture you're aiming for. Docking is mainly used when you are blind baking or pre-baking a pie crust. That means baking the crust alone without filling or before adding a filling. This step is especially important when the filling is not liquid, like in chocolate tarts, cream pies such as banana or coconut cream, or French silk pies. When you bake a crust with no liquid filling, steam builds up underneath, and docking helps vent that steam. This keeps the crust flat and crisp instead of puffed or bubbled. You should dock a pie crust when you are baking it without filling, especially if the filling won't be baked with the crust. Also, if the filling is thick or not liquid, docking prevents the crust from puffing up. For example, if you are making a custard pie or a cream pie, docking is a good idea. It's also helpful when you want a very even, flaky crust that looks professional. On the other hand, you do not need to dock if you are baking a pie with a liquid filling from the start. Think pumpkin pie or custard pies. These fill the crust with liquid that bakes together, so poking holes could cause the filling to seep through and weaken the crust. Also, double crust pies like apple or cherry pie usually don't need docking because the top crust acts as a barrier, preventing puffing. In terms of technique, docking is often combined with using pie weights during blind baking. Weights help keep the crust flat initially, and docking allows steam to escape once the weights are removed. Some flaky doughs may still puff slightly even if docked, which is okay because it shows good layering in the crust. To sum up, docking is a way to control steam and keep your pie crust flat and flaky when baking without filling. It's a simple step that makes a big difference in achieving that perfect, crisp crust in recipes that need blind baking or have non-liquid fillings. If you want your pie crust to look and taste just right, mastering docking is a key skill to add to your baking toolbox.